The 1970s gave us some of the most unforgettable disco hits. But what about the one-hit wonders that lit up the dance floor and then vanished just as quickly? What happened to these iconic tracks and the artists behind them? From Vicki Sue Robinson's high-energy groove to Wild Cherry's funky anthem, let's rewind time and revisit 15 forgotten disco craze. One-hit wonders from the 1970s you listen to in your car. I Love the Nightlife, Alicia Bridges. Released in 1978, I Love the Nightlife Disco Round was Alicia Bridges' tribute to nightlife, freedom, and disco glamour. Her smoky voice delivered lyrics about ditching heartbreak for glittering nights out on the town. It hit number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a worldwide disco anthem. Born in North Carolina, Bridges co-wrote the song with Susan Hutchison. The song gained a second life in the 90s thanks to its prominent feature in the cult film The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. While Bridges never had another hit on this level, her love for the nightlife earned her a permanent place in disco history. Turn the Beat Around, Vicki Sue Robinson. Turn the Beat Around exploded onto the dance scene in 1976 with vibrant percussion and passionate vocals. Written by Gerald and Peter Jackson, the song praises the rhythm section of music, congas, drums, and all. Vicki Sue Robinson, a former Broadway singer and backup vocalist, delivered the performance of her life, landing the song at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. It became a club anthem and earned her a Grammy nomination. Though she never replicated its success, Robinson became a staple in the disco scene until her passing in 2000. The song was later covered by Gloria Estefan in the 90s, but Robinson's original still packs the most punch. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you keep reliving your disco dreams and keep up to date with all the classic reminders we love to share on our channel. Ring My Bell, Anita Ward. With its shimmering electronic percussion and cheeky lyrics, Ring My Bell became an instant disco classic in 1979. Anita Ward, a schoolteacher with no intention of stardom, was signed by Frederick Knight, who gave her the song after another artist backed out. The result? A #1 hit on both the Billboard Hot 100 and the R&B charts. Its use of the Sinair electronic drum gave it that unmistakable, futuristic sound. The playful invitation to ring my bell was suggestive, sure, but in a fun, flirty disco way. Ward was never able to match its success, but with one smash hit, she cemented her place in disco history. Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry. Wild Cherry's Play That Funky Music started as a joke and became a monster hit. The Ohio-based rock band was struggling until a fan shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy," during a show. Lead singer Rob Parisi turned the comment into a song, writing the lyrics on a bar napkin. Released in 1976, it shot to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The funky groove, tight horns, and self-aware humor made it a crossover smash. Wild Cherry faded quickly after that, but their one contribution to the disco-funk fusion era is still guaranteed to get people dancing and grinning. Got to Be Real, Cheryl Lynn. Got to Be Real is all about authenticity, love, and hitting the dance floor with full energy. Released in 1978, this track featured Cheryl Lynn's soaring vocals, backed by a killer band and legendary production from David Paich and David Foster. The song hit #12 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the soul charts. Cheryl Lynn got her big break after performing You Are So Beautiful on The Gong Show. Her dynamic presence and vocal power made this track an instant favorite in clubs across the country. Though she had other minor hits, this song became her legacy and a disco staple that still brings the funk. The Hustle, Van McCoy. Van McCoy's The Hustle was more than a song. It was a dance revolution. Released in 1975, it was inspired by dancers McCoy saw at a New York nightclub doing the new hustle moves. This instrumental track features a flute hook, catchy bass line, and a smooth groove that topped the Billboard Hot 100 and won a Grammy. McCoy was already a seasoned producer and songwriter, but this tune took him to new heights. Unfortunately, he passed away just a few years later, but The Hustle lives on as the song that got the whole world dancing, whether they knew the steps or not. Disco Duck, Rick Dees and his cast of idiots. Disco Duck might be one of the strangest entries in disco history, but it's unforgettable. Rick Dees, a Memphis DJ, recorded the track with cartoonish duck vocals and a funky beat. It tells the story of a man whose duck-like dance takes over the club. Despite its silliness, the track hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1976 and sold over 4 million copies. Radio stations banned it, and Dees was even fired from his job for playing it. But the public ate it up. While Rick Dees continued his radio career, he never returned to the pop charts. But Disco Duck is disco novelty gold. Let's All Chant, Michael Zager Band. Let's All Chant is one of the most joyful, infectious disco tracks ever recorded. Released in 1978, the Michael Zager Band created a hypnotic groove that encouraged everyone to move your body. Zager, an experienced producer and arranger, built the song around a catchy chant, driving rhythm, and orchestral flourishes. The track became a dance floor staple, especially in Europe, and sold over 5 million copies. While Zager went on to work behind the scenes with other artists, he never scored another mainstream hit like this one. But for one moment, his chant had everyone moving together on the disco floor. More, Andrea True connection. Andrea True's More is a classic case of disco glamour meeting real-life drama. A former adult film actress, True found herself stuck in Jamaica during a political crisis. She couldn't wire her money out, so she recorded a song with producer Greg Diamond instead. That song became More, a sultry, shimmering track that climbed to #4 on the Billboard Hot 100. With its breathy vocals and seductive groove, the song oozed disco decadence.
Get the cameras rolling, get the action going.
Andrea True never repeated that success, but her one big hit became a go-to for retro dance parties and even got sampled by Len in the 1999 hit Steal My Sunshine.
Oh boy, have I got news for you.
Boogie Oogie Oogie, A Taste of Honey. Boogie Oogie Oogie brought a fresh sound to disco with its funky bass line and smooth vocals. A Taste of Honey, fronted by Janice Marie Johnson and Hazel Payne, made history as one of the few female-led bands of color in the disco scene. Released in 1978, the song went all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned them a Grammy for Best New Artist. Its signature bass intro is still iconic today. While they had a couple more songs, none reached the heights of Boogie Oogie Oogie. It remains one of the funkiest, most danceable songs of the era. Born to Be Alive, Patrick Hernandez. With his flashy outfits and Euro disco flair, French singer Patrick Hernandez gave us Born to Be Alive in 1978. The song is all about living life to the fullest and embracing the moment. Its pulsing beat, dramatic vocals, and slick production made it a hit in Europe before conquering the US, where it reached #16 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the disco charts. Fun fact, a young Madonna toured as a backup dancer for Hernandez before launching her own career. While he never hit again, Hernandez's one big hit has stayed alive on retro playlists and dance floors ever since. Stvrda Funkytown, Lip Sync. Okay, we're cheating just a little. It came out in 1980, but Funkytown by Lips Inc. is pure disco magic. Produced by Steven Greenberg and sung by Cynthia Johnson, it combined funk, synth, and disco into one perfect package. The song hit #1 in 28 countries, including the US. It's about longing for a place full of energy and excitement, a funky town, if you will. While Lip Sync released more music, nothing came close to this mega hit. Funkytown bridged the gap between disco and the synth-heavy sounds of the 80s and remains a favorite for parties, commercials, and movie soundtracks. Get Down Tonight, KC and the Sunshine Band. While KC and the Sunshine Band had multiple hits, Get Down Tonight was their breakout. and arguably their most iconic. Released in 1975, it featured a sped-up guitar riff, catchy chorus, and full brass section. The track hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and helped launch the Miami disco sound. Though not a technical one-hit wonder, it's often remembered as their quintessential disco track. Casey's energetic vocals and the band's tight arrangements made it a party essential. Get Down Tonight proved disco didn't just belong to New York. It could shine in the sun-soaked South, too.
Don't leave me this way.
Don't Leave Me This Way, Thelma Houston. Originally recorded by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Thelma Houston's 1977 version of Don't Leave Me This Way became a disco anthem. Her passionate vocals and gospel-inspired delivery turned heartbreak into a dance floor moment. The song reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won Houston a Grammy.
Baby, don't leave me this way.
Though she had other tracks, this one overshadowed them all. The track became iconic in LGBTQ+ communities and remains a pride anthem to this day. Thelma Houston may not have had another massive hit, but this one song kept dance floors alive for decades.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over.
Rock the Boat, Hues Corporation. Often considered the first disco hit to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, Rock the Boat by Hues Corporation set the tone for what disco could become. Released in 1974, the song features smooth harmonies, an infectious rhythm, and lyrics about not upsetting a good thing.
So I'd like to know where you got the notion.
It was a surprise success, climbing the charts just as disco was beginning to take off. Though Hues Corporation never matched its success, Rock the Boat made history and helped usher in the disco era. And let's be honest, no 70s dance party is complete without it. There you have it, 15 disco one-hit wonders that burned bright and left their mark on dance floors everywhere. Some were quirky, some were smooth, and some were flat-out funky. But every one of them had their moment under the mirror ball. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Classic American Auto and Music for more blasts from the past.